10 psychology tricks that will work on anybody 99% of all the time. Want to learn some simple psychology tricks? Then you won't go anywhere else. Hello and welcome all. In today's video, let's talk about 10 psychology tricks that will mostly work on anybody. Each one of these tricks takes seconds to implement, so as long as you can remember them, you're good to go. Number 10. Getting information. If you have a friend that struggles to open up to you, tell you how they're feeling, or even give you simple information, this trick is a perfect way to get that information out of them in full detail. Ask them a question, and if they respond partially or it feels like they're hiding something, simply keep eye contact and remain silent for a few seconds. The silence combined with eye contact will make them uncomfortable. They will do anything to break this tension, even if that means giving you the information they were holding back. So remain silent for a few seconds, and they will most likely continue to talk. Number 9. The snake man. If you are in a group of people, or even just with one other person, and you feel like conflict is about to break out, try this. Eat. People who are eating usually feel comfortable within their environment. Eating is a calming activity and will likely help to smooth out conflict. If someone is angry with you and you start to eat, this will help keep conflict at bay. Number 8. The stalker detector. Do you ever get that feeling that somebody's eyes are on you and they're intently watching you? Maybe you can feel somebody stare on the back of your head. If you want to find out whether or not they were watching you, try this simple psychology trick. Yawn. Make sure they can see you when you yawn. After you yawn, turn and look at them. If they are now yawning, you know that they were watching you. This is because yawning is contagious. Number 7. Destroying earworms. Ever had a song stuck inside your head? I know you have. The melody just keeps replaying over and over inside your mind, but you can't quite seem to remember which song it is. Well, here's the common psychology trick you will be inventing your entire life to hear. Think of the end of the song, not the beginning or the middle, the end. Your mind will continue to think of things that are unfinished or incomplete according to the Zeigarnik effect. Therefore, if you think of the end of the melody, the song will be complete and your mind will reset. This will release the song from your mind so you can get back to focusing on something productive. Number 6. Always agreeable. Want people to agree with what you're saying? All you have to do is start nodding whilst you're saying the thing you want the person to agree with. The nodding action makes the person start to believe what you're saying is actually true, and therefore they will most likely to begin to nod as well and agree with you. This can work in certain situations where you might need to make a good impression on someone, but don't get greedy. This won't work on everyone. Number 5. Conversation conditioning. I'm not sure how much use this trick is compared to the many other simple psychology tricks on this list. However, it could be fun to try. When you're having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, pick a word that they say a few times. Then, as they say the word, give them a positive affirmation. A smile, a nod, whatever it may be. As long as they recognize your action is a positive one, they'll begin to use the word all the time. The effectiveness of this trick will usually depend on how much of an interest the person has in you. Number 4. Clearing a fight. The chances are you're often in crowded places, and that can be a big annoyance for a lot of people, including me. Sometimes people aren't walking the same pace. They're standing still, or there's just so many people you can't move. Here's pretty obvious yet effective trick you can use to help clear yourself a path. Just look in the direction you want to go. That's it. Number 3. Reducing the risk of conflict. If you're in a group gathering or meeting and you think someone is likely to become aggressive towards you, sit next to them. It's very easy to show anger towards someone when they are sitting on the other side of the table. But if they are sitting next to that person, then it makes things harder and more awkward to do so. Firstly, you have to turn your body. Secondly, there is an intimidation factor. And thirdly, sitting next to each other makes things more personal and you're unable to hide within the group's circle. Number 2. Rock, paper, scissors. Maybe you do play this when making bets or choosing a particular person to do an unpleasant task. Maybe you don't. But if you do, here's a little psychology trick to help you win every time, probably. Ask the other person a question right before playing the game. Right after asking the question, break out into the rock, paper, scissors chant. They will be mostly likely to pick scissors. Number 1. Shoot for the stars. When you want something from someone, be it a certain amount of money for an item you're reselling, or if you want your kids to eat more vegetables, aim ridiculously high. Start by suggesting an amount that is much higher than the amount you want. When the person says no, which they should say, if you have given a high enough number, then you can ask for the real amount. The other person will feel bad for already having said no and will be more likely to accept your offer this time around. How many of these simple psychology tricks have you tried? Leave a comment below and please do subscribe our channel. Take care of yourself and your family. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.